Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a new type of video. I don't think I've ever done a video like this on my channel, but I'm going to be trying a bunch of products from a brand that I've never tried. You guys might have heard of this brand. It's called Essence. I was scrolling through Forever 21's site and I kept seeing these products pop up, and it's very inexpensive. So I was like, let's give these a try, because if some of them work, then that's amazing. Honestly, I think most of these products range from like $3 to $6. So that's a steal if you ask me. So I have my base on, like foundation, and let's just jump into this video and get started trying out some new products. Okay, so let's start with face. I don't have any concealer, but I have their Say No to Dark Circles. I'm gonna have to open up every little package. I will say that I do not like how everything is individually packaged in plastic. I just don't think that's necessary, and I feel like that's terrible for the earth. But again, let's see. I don't normally like stick concealers just because, well, at least for under my eyes, because my under eyes are pretty dry and these tend to look cakey. But I'm just going to apply this, focusing here where my dark circles are and right here in the inner corner. I do feel like this is a good shade, and yeah, I'm putting some here because I have melasma. Oh, look at that. Smush to one side. Okay, I'm gonna just get my beauty blender and start to work this in. Like I was saying, I think this is a good shade actually for dark circles. Sometimes for my fair skin, I've tried out a product and it's just too orange, that is just too dark for my skin, if that makes sense. It went on and it was looking a little dry. I feel like that actually did a pretty good job of canceling out my dark circles. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting it to work that well and to blend out that well. So first product, I'm pretty impressed with. I guess we'll see how it wears and if it creases up weird. I'm just gonna apply some concealer. I'm just using trusty MAC Pro Longwear concealer because I didn't have an Essence concealer. It's a lot of concealer. Yeah, I'm pretty freaking impressed with that. I was not expecting to like that. Gonna be honest with you. I got it and I was like, I'll try it. The only one I really like is the Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Brightener. They're a peachy toned one. So I'm pretty impressed. Okay, next up is the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is the one for lighter skin. They had one for lighter skin and darker skin, and obviously I'm beyond pale. So I went for this one. It's got a cute little palm tree print. I'm pretty picky when it comes to my bronzers because I have fair skin. So sometimes they can be way too warm for my liking. Okay, I'll start off instantly by saying this is not very pigmented. I did one of these and it is very warm. I think it's just way too warm toned for my skin. It almost looks like red on my cheeks. But because I am so fair, this is a little hard for me to pull off. I don't think this bronzer is necessarily for me. It's not a bad formula, it's blending out pretty well, but it's just too orange and almost red tone for my skin. It's not bad formula though. It is blending out nicely, so. And as I blend it out more, it's not looking so bad. I'm curious to hear if you guys have tried any of these products, what you think of them, because I know every skin tone is different, every skin's texture, everything like that. It's all different, so I always get curious because some products that I love, other people just do not get along with. So if you've tried any of these, let me know in the comments below. I'm very, very curious. Okay, up next I'm going to be trying out their Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette. So this almost is like a shimmery bronzer. So let's give that a go first. That's nice. I like that it's like a sheen. It's not glittery, which can happen a lot with cheaper highlighters or luminizing products. I'm kind of confused what this is though. Is that like a matte? I'm so confused. Kind of confused what this shade is supposed to be used for, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with this middle shade, which looks like the highlight shade. It's making me a little nervous because it does look like it has like specks of glitter. Okay, I actually feel like that's not a terrible highlighter. It sits a little bit heavier on my skin, like up close, but it's not bad at all. It's more of a natural glow. I think if you're looking for a little like glowy palette for the summer, that's not bad. I think these palettes are really like $4. That's so inexpensive that I say it's worth a try just to see if it works with your skin. Not too shabby. Okay, moving on, I'm going to set my brows. I filled my brows in with the Benefit Ka-Brow, which is my go-to at the moment. But I'm going to set it with the eyebrow gel mascara. It's the Make Me Brow. And honestly, this packaging looks so much like the Benefit Give Me Brow. So I was really curious, like, is it a dupe? I don't know. I don't know if this has, oh, it does. It says eyebrow gel with fibers. This has made me even more curious now to see if it's like the Benefit Give Me Brow. I'm thinking of doing a video with some dupes, like higher end drugstore. So let me know if you guys are curious to see that. And maybe I will compare these side by side for you in that video. I like that this feels light. It doesn't feel super heavy. I'm curious to see how it dries down. I actually really like that. It does remind me a lot of the Benefit Give Me Brow, which is really surprising. Okay, but on to eyes. I got 2 eyeshadow palettes. I got the All About Nudes eyeshadow palette. Has just like a lot of like taupey neutrals. And then I got the All About Bronze eyeshadow, which has a few like pinky toned shimmers, gold, and this light like highlighting shade. I got 2 because I don't like to do a full look with shimmers. So I needed some matte shadows to work with, and so that's where this one comes in. So I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's just like a taupe shade, and I'm going to just work that into my crease. Oh, wait, time out. Time out. Totally forgot that I have an eyeshadow base. I would have been so mad if I forgot that. Okay, this is the I Heart Stage eyeshadow base. Not really sure what that means. Pretty warm base. I probably should have gotten a different shade of that. Oh, but it's blending out. Okay. Okay, and since I applied that eyeshadow base, I'm going to set it. So I'm just going to set it with this light shade right here. Okay, now that I've set that, I'm going to go in with that taupey shade and work that into my crease. I do feel like these eyeshadows seem a bit chalky. They're blending out pretty well. Like, I like that shade for a transition shade in your crease. I would definitely recommend though to tap that excess off because I feel like you could get some good fallout. Kind of curious to see how pigmented these other shades are. They actually feel really buttery to the touch. Okay, so I swatched some of them. They actually swatch pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Those aren't too bad. Okay, now that I use that lighter shade for my transition shade, I'm gonna go in with this little bit deeper brown shade next to it with a more tapered blending brush, and I'm just gonna kind of deepen that crease up a little bit because I wanna go in with the other palette and use some of the gold and bronze shades. So I'm gonna need a little bit more of a crease shade so it doesn't look super awkward. So far, so good. I'm actually really impressed with how buttery these shadows feel. Like at first when I was tapping it off, they seemed really chalky, but when I went to swatch them, they felt like really creamy. So that's good. I mean, I think that these palettes are like $5, and they have 8 shades in, so if you needed a neutral palette and you didn't want to spend a lot of money, I feel like this would be a good option for that. Let's see how the shimmer ones work, because shimmer shadows can sometimes, I don't know, I feel like they're hit or miss. So I'm very curious to see. I'm going to go in with this bronze shade right here and apply that kind of all over my lid. Okay, that's actually really pretty. I really feel like these shadows go on very buttery. It goes on exactly how it looks in the palette. It's really pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this gold shade, and I'm just going to use my finger to kind of like dab that just on the center to give it a little bit of a pop. And I'm going in with this, the lightest shade to see. Okay, that one did not pick up anything off of my brush, not gonna lie. But maybe if I use my finger. I'm very fair, so it's kind of hard to find a very good inner corner highlight, but I do feel like this one's buildable, so it's not awful. And if you have, you know, a little bit deeper skin tone than I do, that would be a good option. Okay, I think that's really pretty actually. I'm very impressed with these palettes. I did not know what to expect. Okay, I am very impressed with these palettes. I think that if you are looking for some affordable eyeshadow palettes, you should definitely try these out because, I don't know, I feel like they worked really well. Like, I'm very impressed by them. Okay, to finish up with my eyes, I'm going to use this super fine eyeliner pen. This is waterproof, which kind of terrifies me. I don't think I'm gonna do like a winged liner. I think I'm just going to line my lash line just in the case that this does not work out well. It has a very strong smell, I'm not gonna lie. I do like that it has a very long tip on it, that it's felt. I like felt. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's very long, which is nice when you're trying to get the whole lash line. Yeah, that appears really black. Sometimes when you put liquid liner over like shimmer shadows, I feel like it kind of dulls it down a little bit. Okay, I don't know what the heck happened with this eye, but I could not get it to be thin. So I think now I'm gonna try to wing it out a little bit. Okay, per usual, my wings are probably not even. We all know that I'm not the greatest at winged eyeliner, but I'm not gonna lie, this worked really well for winged eyeliner. Like, it's got such a fine point on it that it made it really easy to just like wing it out. And then it's also very like, the formula is all the way through the tip. I don't know what you want to call this thing. This might be a keeper for me because I've tried a lot of drugstore liquid eyeliners and honestly most of them I'm not a fan of. So I like this one. Way to go, Essence. Okay, up next is mascara, and I actually got 2 mascaras, so I think I'm gonna try one on one eye and the other on the other and see how they compare. Okay, so the first one, this is called the False Lashes Mascara. It's Extreme Volume and Curl. And then this one is the I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the false lashes on my right eye. Let's see what this brush looks like. Okay, so it's curled. That's where the curl comes in. I like curled ones because they really fit the shape of your eye and you can get all the way to the bottom, which is always nice. Okay, so that's one coat of the false lashes. Now let's do one coat of the I Heart Extreme. Okay, so this is a silicone brush. It's very large. It's funny because usually when I think of volume mascaras, I think of actual brushes, not the silicone ones, because I feel like this really combs through all of them without giving it much volume. Okay, I don't feel like that gave me volume at all. Okay, we've had quite a debacle with this mascara, which is the I Heart, which is the I Heart Extreme. Honestly, I just feel like it made my lashes really clumpy and really wet, and it got all over, like it's just clumping up. But in other news, I do like this mascara a lot. The False Lashes Mascara, I think it worked really well. It did what it said. It helped curl my lashes and it gave them volume. I feel like with this though, 2 coats max. Like a 3rd coat, I think, starts to make them look clumpy. But if you're looking for an inexpensive mascara, try this out. I really like this one. Okay, last but not least, we're going to finish this look off with lips. And this is the Essence lip liner. It's in the shade In the Nude, and it is a pencil. I like the shade of this. I am a little bit nervous though that it's gonna be drying on my lips. Like, it doesn't seem to be a very hydrating lip liner, but I do think this is like the perfect nude shade for my lips. Yeah, this definitely looks drying on my lips, but that's okay. We're gonna go in with their lipstick in the shade Nude Love. We'll see what this formula is like. I think this nude shade is a little bit lighter than I would normally go, but it does feel very creamy on the lips without it being very like high shine or gloss or anything like that. Not gloss, but you know how some lipsticks just have a very high sheen? But I'm not gonna lie, up close my lips do not look good. Like, the formula just looks a little bit chunky. I know that's a weird way to describe it, but I do not like the way that my lips look. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I think that it would be more worthwhile to splurge on a different lipstick and lip liner, especially if you have dry lips, because this just looks, you can see like it's just creasing all in here. It just looks really chalky, and I don't know. Oh, like, I really don't like this. I'm kind of curious though if that was just the lip liner, so I'm going to try the lipstick without the lip liner and see how that applies. Okay, so without the lip liner, the formula is not as pigmented. It's just a very light nude, but I don't hate the formula as much without the lip liner. I think the lip liner was just like so bad for me. So I'm not gonna lie, the lip colors were not my favorite. But you win some, you lose some. I feel like I'm very surprised with quite a few products that I used today. I think that this highlighting shade is actually a very good highlighter. By far, my favorite things that I used today are the eyeshadow palettes. I was so surprised how well these worked. Maybe I just didn't have very high hopes for them, and so it was just like very surprising. But the shades are buttery. I don't know, I think they worked really well. But can you guys see I have black from that mascara? Oh, I freaking hate that. Okay, so that is all of the products. Some of them I loved, some of them I did not like at all, and I will not be using again. That's the fun of these videos, is to see what works and what doesn't. Let me know if you've tried any Essence products before, and if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe below if you want to see more videos from me. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.